It's payday, fellas!
In a world going plastic, the question is on whether to use a credit card over a debit card. Hi and welcome to the Count Muller channel. In today's video, we shall be taking a look at the two, since they are crucial in the financial world and are used to indicate whether a transaction increases or decreases a company's balance sheet's accounts. Simply put, record financial transactions in a company's general ledger. We can first define the terms further, starting with credit, which is money that is borrowed, with a credit entry being used to increase liability, equity, and revenue accounts, and it is essential to note that a credit entry has an opposite effect on the account compared to a debit entry. Meanwhile, a debit entry is used to increase asset and expense counts. Now let's get to the pros and cons, or advantages and disadvantages of either, starting with credit. The number one pro, flexibility. Credit allows people to purchase goods and services that they might not be able to afford with cash at the moment. They can repay the borrowed amount over time with interest. Number two, building credit history. Credit helps to establish a credit history, which is important when applying for loans, mortgages, or credit cards in the future. Number three, rewards and bonuses. Credit card companies offer rewards and bonuses such as cashback, airline miles, and other benefits to their customers for using their credit cards. Credit can provide a safety net in the case of unexpected expenses or cash flow problems. All these sound good, but let's now take a look at the opposite. Here are the cons or disadvantages of using credit. Number one, high interest rates. Credit comes with interest rates that can be high, and if the borrower does not pay off the debt on time, it can lead to a significant amount of debt. Number two, temptation to overspend. With credit, people and businesses can easily overspend beyond their means, which can lead to more debt. Number three, those pesky late payment fees. Late payment of credit can result in fees, which can add up over time. Number four, a business or individual can become over-reliant on credit, leading to cash flow problems and insolvency. Number five, overuse of credit can negatively affect a business's or individual's credit score and limit access to credit in the future. Now we move on to the advantages of debit, and they are: number one, control over spending. Debit allows people to only spend what they have in their account, which can help them stay within their budget. Number two, no interest rates. Debit does not come with any interest rate since the money is already in their account. Number three, no debt. With debit, there is no risk of accumulating debt since people can only spend what they have in their account. Number four, debit is a more immediate form of payment than credit, allowing businesses to avoid interest rates and fees. Lastly, debit is a useful tool for businesses that struggle with credit. Sadly, debit too has its disadvantages, and they are: number one, debit does not provide a safety net in the case of unexpected expenses or cash flow problems. Debit transactions can be declined if there are insufficient funds in their account, causing inconvenience for the business. Number three, no credit history. Debit does not improve a business's credit score as it does not involve borrowing money. Number four, limited protection. Debit cards do not offer the same protection as credit cards when it comes to fraud and disputed charges. Number five, no rewards or bonuses. Debit cards do not offer rewards or bonuses such as cashback or airline miles, which credit cards offer. Lastly, some banks require maintenance fees, withdrawal fees, and may charge fines if a minimum threshold is not met. With all that out of the way, you might be curious what is an overdraft and where it applies. Well, this is simply when an outgoing payment or purchase exceeds the money available in the account, but the bank still allows the payment to go through. The biggest advantage of an overdraft is perhaps helping to avoid fees or bounced payments. The other being that it is flexible, as you essentially borrow what you need at the time. It is quick to arrange and there is no charge for paying off the overdraft early. But it is important to consider a loan if you need a longer period to clear a pending debt. The overdraft also has its own problems, and that means that whenever you need to extend your overdraft, an arrangement fee is necessary. The bank of choice could charge you for exceeding your overdraft limit without prior authorization. In some circumstances, an overdraft may be secured against assets. The bank reserves the right at any time to seek for repayment of an overdraft amount. An overdraft is limited to the specific bank that you have an account in, unlike a conventional loan. Interest rate may be variable, thus making it harder to accurately calculate borrowing costs. The bank may reduce, none, or underutilize overdraft facilities dependent on your financial situation. Now, circling back to the purpose of this video, we must conclude by stating that both credit and debit have their disadvantages and advantages, and it is important to weigh the pros and cons of each before making financial decisions. Credit is beneficial to those who want flexibility and the ability to build a credit history, but it comes with the risk of accumulating debt and high interest rates. Debit, on the other hand, offers control over spending and without the risk of accruing interest and fees, but it does not offer any rewards or bonuses and does not contribute to building a credit history. Proper use of credit and debit can help businesses manage their finances effectively and improve their long-term financial health. And that marks the end of this video. Any thoughts about credit over debit? Which one do you prefer? Type them down below. Also, any video ideas, suggestions or corrections, post them down there too. Remember to like and share the video, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified. Till next time, stay safe and stay hydrated. Bye.